The Naval Armament vessel formerly RFA Bedenham was a naval armament carrier that exploded while docked in Gibraltar on the 27th of April 1951, killing 13 people and causing a great deal of damage to the town. Cause of the explosion: the Bedenham had arrived in Gibraltar on the 24th of April 1951, tying up at Gunwharf. On the morning of the 27th of April, depth charges were being unloaded into a lighter when one of them ignited. Several men were organized to fight the fire from the quayside, but to no avail. All the other fighters had withdrawn but George Campbell Henderson, a sub-officer with the Dockyard Fire Service, who doggedly held a fire hose into the fire. There was an explosion in the lighter, and the fire spread to the Bedenham, causing a violent explosion in which the bow was blown out of the water and onto Gunwharf, while the rest of the ship sank. Casualties: 13 people were killed in the explosion, including Henderson, who was posthumously awarded the George Cross for his bravery in attempting to extinguish the fire. The King's Police and Fire Services Medal was posthumously awarded to Albert Alexander Indo, Chief Fire Officer, HM Dockyard, Gibraltar. 2 dock workers and 2 traders on nearby Ragged Staff Road were killed by flying debris. 1 firefighter was injured. Dock overseer Salvador Bula was injured by the explosion but managed to get others who were injured by the blast to safety. Hundreds were injured and had to be taken to the Royal Naval Hospital Gibraltar, then known as the British Military Hospital Gibraltar. A crew of the Bedenham had already abandoned the ship by the time of the explosion, with the exception of the captain and the Naval Armament supply officer, both of whom were blown into the water but subsequently rescued. Effect of the explosion: in addition to the human casualties, many of Gibraltar's buildings suffered substantial damage in the explosion, including the Cathedral of St. Mary the Crowned, the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity, and the convent. Another effect of the explosion was to delay the program of housing necessary for the Gibraltarians who had been repatriated following their evacuation during World War II. The Admiralty accepted full responsibility for the damage, and approximately £250,000 in Gibraltar pounds was paid out in indemnity. The remains of the Bedenham were towed to the Tyne where they were scrapped.